Do I want to turn on my own music playlist for this? It's been so long since we played Azure Dreams. I think we'll just play the in-game music. So where were we at? It's been so long since I picked this one up. Oh yeah, that was my speedrun challenge save file. Because yeah, usually I've got some kind of agenda. Either we're working towards money and buildings, we're working on building up a particular familiar. What do we got in here? That's right, we were building up Snowman and doing the wrong feeding runs. And I see no reason to not just continue doing that. The game audio is a bit noisy for me. We'll turn that down a hair. Actually, no, I think it's probably fine. There we go. Oh yeah, how are we doing for money right now? Okay, we got a ways to go before we can afford a casino. That's like the real, like, end post-game of Azure Dreams. You become a casino mogul. No chat? What happened to chat? What the fuck, dude? I'll mess with that. Oh, of course, it's one of these deals. I'll fix that in a second after I pour my tea. So yeah, we can't have this. Is chat at least showing up? We could just go with this, but I don't like this white box censoring all of my beautiful waifus, so we will try to get this sorted. Probably just refresh it again. Nope. So, but something weird about the custom CSS. If I clear out the custom CSS field, then it fixes it, but then it ends up broken again the next time I load it up. Very irritating. So, once again, our goal for these runs is to get every single monster in the game. So to that end, we basically want to be clearing tower floors as quickly as possible with our buffed up familiar. And the more we buff up our familiar, the higher we can consistently climb in the tower to get those upper tier monsters. So yeah, basically just get super strong and get every egg that shows up. That's basically the type of run we're doing right here. At some point, we're going to have collected all of the lower floor monsters, at which point I probably won't even bother exploring the lower floors. Huh. Twins. Twin seeds. Good teleport. Nothing good whatsoever on floor 1 so far. An inauspicious start to the night. I really did enjoy that Tobari playthrough. That, yeah, was just what I needed, I think, to get me enthused about video games again. Again, I would love an excuse to do just more backlog stuff and more just exploring all of these cheap little games that I have on Steam. Got a huge list of them, probably at least 300 games in my library that I haven't played yet. This is Troll Country right here. This is the country where all of the trolls live. This is their president. And now I rule Troll Country. How are there still any monsters left on this floor? My goodness. Yeah, there is not a single good thing on this floor. We did not bother picking up anything in our inventory and keeping it. We're moving on. I should probably be able to solo Gosh at this point. I got so many plus signs on my equipment. Actually, pretty much all of my gaming this week got cancelled, so not only do I not have board games tonight, but I also don't have my our L5R RPG session tomorrow either, so I might do some streaming tomorrow evening as well. We'll see. There's also a lot of other stuff that I kind of need to do around the house as well that I might take time for. I do have work tomorrow, though, so it's not going to be if I do stream, it'll be an evening one. I am stuck in a hole. There we go. Can I get some sand? That's kind of the three things we're going for, is eggs, and two other things that just slipped to my mind this moment the words were out of my mouth. Sand, eggs and sand, and to progress high enough to start leveling up our familiar. Second floor is shaping up to be just as worthless as the first one. This room probably has more useful treasure than the whole first two floors combined. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh yeah, that's right, we were gonna start picking these up to feed to Barong. I'm gonna give that to Kachi here. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I learned just recently that Snowman actually has an evolved form. Right, I got him confused with the big round guy with the shield. I forget what they're called. Man something or other. Not Manova, something else. So yeah, we're actually still in the process of leveling this guy up. He's got quite a ways to go. Still haven't seen the exit here. It's got to be over this way. Well, that's just rude. I know I had other stuff to do today, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, laundry. I did that. Yep, I did laundry. I can stream the rest of the day away guilt-free. Not that there's really much of a day left. I got up pretty late. This looks miserable. I can probably take it, though. You know, I just randomly thought of this. Does Azure Dreams have a Sega Saturn version? We've been checking out all these other Konami games that have Sega Saturn versions with all this extra content and stuff. Azure Dreams is another Konami game. It would make perfect sense if there were a Saturn version of this one. I doubt it, but I should look into it. I was actually thinking of it just now when just looking at the renders of the character sprites reminds me of the graphic style in Shining Force 3. And I was thinking, yeah, the Saturn could probably handle this game just fine. Wonder if they did a version on Saturn. So what lower floor monsters do I even need? I think I still need a flame. That's the main thing I'm looking for. And that'll fill up 2 entries in the monster book, because flame evolves. I've got a troll, I've got a cyclone. I think I've got a noise, but maybe I don't. And I don't have a Pulunpa anymore, because I accidentally killed him. Oh yeah, well, we'll catch you later. May as well. We'll see how lucky we get on these runs. It's all down to luck now, isn't it? We're just pulling that slot machine lever with every tower run we do. Do we get the eggs or don't we? That is interesting. We got the 2 rare crystals and not the 1 crystal that's the actual common one. Water and fire crystals are quite rare, but wind crystals are very common. I was expecting 2 wind crystals with that. Lol. Oh, so I did kind of a bad thing yesterday. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. I watched some anime. I know I said I quit the stream early to edit the podcast and stuff, but I don't know. I was feeling kind of bad that evening. I didn't feel like doing anything productive, editing the podcast or anything like that, so I watched some anime instead. I watched Battle Angel Alita, not the new film by Rodriguez, whatever his name is, but the old anime, the video animation, and it was really good. I generally found that I haven't really liked a lot of the kind of cyberpunk, techno-noir-ish, like old 80s anime. I watched Bubblegum Crisis a little while ago as well, and I didn't really like it at all. Super boring. Felt like it didn't really... It had the aesthetics going, but I get the feeling that that's really all there was to it. Alita, on the other hand, I can actually see why it's considered a classic. actually does have a really interesting, extremely well-paced story too. Like it's only like 50 minutes long, but there's a lot of story that gets told in that 50-minute runtime. Again, stark contrast to something like a Bubblegum Crisis, which is extremely slow-paced and repetitive. Boo. But yeah, it kind of got me hooked, and I actually picked up the manga on my manga reader on my phone, so I'm going to start reading that at work from now on, so we'll see how that goes. That seemed to be kind of... I've noticed that's kind of the standard format for a lot of OAVs from especially the 90s era. It's like you have a very... Especially the best ones. The best OAVs are like just a very brief kind of 2 to 3 episode, almost prologues that cover like the first maybe 2 chapters of the manga they're based on. Gunsmith Cats. Actually, I think Gunsmith Cats might have had an original story in the anime. Can't quite remember. Either way, it's not like it doesn't continue from there. It's just kind of like a little taste of what the universe and the characters and everything, and then it's just over, and then it's just kind of more of a hook to get you to check out the manga. And it succeeded for me multiple times. I checked out the Gunsmith Cats manga based on how much I enjoyed that anime, and now Battle Angel Alita after it. Gonna get him before he gets up? No, I'm not. Sadness. Oh yeah, we're also looking for white sand to build up that spell ball I've got. I forgot about that. No! I'm a frog! I'm a frog! Okay, we're back from a frog. Frog and back again. That was my tea beeping back there a second ago. I'll grab that after the floor is done. Oops. This is a little trick some people don't know. If you go at feet when you're over a trap, you can actually deliberately trigger that trap a second time. Normally they're kind of deactivated once they're revealed and used up already, but you can manually trigger it if you want to. We can frog on demand. And that's kind of a special thing. Not a lot of... Actually, that's not entirely... Yeah, most video games that let you frog, actually, will let you frog on demand. For the Frog, the Bell Tolls had frog on demand. Any Final Fantasy game with the frog spell has frog on demand. It's a very popular feature in video games, being able to frog on demand. That's kind of fallen out of favor in recent years. I cannot recall the last modern-day video game that had frog on demand as a core feature. I guess it's not really a core feature here, more of just a little bonus trick you can do. Actually, For the Frog, the Bell Tolls, that's one that I'm going to have to cover on the podcast someday. Got a lot to say about that one, which is weird, given that it's such a short and simple little game. I was actually going to do a YouTube video on it. I actually wrote up most of the script and everything, and then I just threw it in the garbage in a fit of despair, as I typically do with most of my writing projects. Another reason why the podcast was kind of a necessary thing for me to be able to do anything productive. It's just like, you can't throw anything in the garbage if you do it live. Okay, it's feeding time. Pretty much gonna do this every time we find a PETA. That's worth keeping. That's the other way that we can finish this, kind of worth keeping. One other way that we finish this collect all the monsters run is if we just do enough barong feeding. That's actually helpful. Take that. What's with all these rare... We've never seen Gyropita on this run. We've never seen Larcy. Just one after another, he's spitting out all these rare items all over us. And that's the last of it. I don't know why I did that when we've mostly explored the floor already. Man, we've gotten way stronger than I remembered being on this save file. Like, yeah, we can totally solo up to... Yeah, up to and beyond floor 5, even. Sand! It's not the best sand, but I'll take it. Now what do we feed him? Fire Crystal is worthless. I regret it every time I end up relying on that damn thing. Sand! We actually don't have a ton of red sand for our wand just yet. Familiar Bell was pretty situational. That works. Actually, that works, yeah, perfectly. We can use that to bring him out and restore him when we want to do some more feeding. That's worth keeping. Okay, there's the exit, so I'm actually gonna stick to my word for once. And we're gonna take a tea break. It's not really a break. I'm going to go away for like 2 seconds and grab my teacup. So what's happened now is, since I spent yesterday kind of whiling away the evening hours watching anime, I've kind of got the hankering to watch some more anime. Except because Battle Angel Alita is only 50 minutes, it's like I don't have anything else to consume in that universe other than the manga, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start reading at work. So it's like, what's next? If I want to watch some anime, what's it gonna be? Let's just use this up now. We got a couple of them. He's appeased by the water crystal. Kind of want to keep all of this. This wand is probably garbage. Yeah. Hey! Okay, we can surely feed him something from the inventory to make room for that. Maybe? Oh yeah, I can just use the truth glasses. Getting a lot of big flame balls these last couple runs. Now the hilarious thing about this is we still don't have a wind crystal, so we could still end up walking away empty-handed here. In fact, every tower run, on the one hand, we're a lot safer than when we were doing the challenge run, just because we got all this extra stuff we're walking in with every time. But on the other hand, it's also extremely perilous because we lose it all if we die. I'm not gonna do any cheesy shenanigans with the save file. If we die and lose everything, we lose it. We play hardcore here on twitch.tv/Jasu Bakuhatsu. That's not gonna make him eat slower, is it? It actually does. He's actually not gonna eat when he's slowed. That is kind of weird. There we go. I did not realize he was so low on MP. I guess we fed him quite a bit after that last run. It always freaks me out a little bit every time I use that. Just because it's the same animation as the wind crystal. It's like, no, that's not what I wanted to do! So that'll be good right away here. Yeah, Barong feeding runs tend to be kind of self-sustaining. Since he tends to spit you, he'll just spit up more stuff that you can feed him. It's like I don't know if you've seen the video on YouTube of the dude at the party who's like all wasted and drinking out of his beer glass and vomiting back into it and drinking out of it and vomiting back into it again. But that's basically what we're doing with Barong right here. That's how Barong sustains himself. It's kind of a party animal in that way. Like a literal party animal, since he's, you know, an animal and all. Right, we got the PETA. Yeah, I don't care about the loop. Star glasses I kind of do care about. What kind of seed is this? It's a garbage seed is what it is. Into the garbage chute. Okay, I think Barong is done, finally. Oh, right. Yeah, none of that, please. Pillar 4 is not so great. How much of the floor have we mapped out? I might as well use some star glasses right here. Speed things up a bit. Don't want to be here all night. Such a subtle little thing, but I love the way the sparks fly off from his mouth during his attack animation. It's like 3 frames of animation that shows on screen for a fraction of a second, but it's just a nice little bit of attention to detail that I appreciate in these types of games. Been thinking a lot about what I'd like to see from a Azure Dreams sequel or spiritual successor. Really, the simplest thing to do would be to just make the game again with kind of modern-day production values, which would probably be the best way to do it, but also refining the design a little bit. Like, a lot of the systems in this game aren't as fleshed out as fully as they might be. Like, you got all these cool buildings you can make, but they don't really do much. They're just kind of there for show, really. Like a bowling minigame, that kind of sucks. What else is there? Yeah, just a bunch of stupid little mini-games out of the buildings. Like, I think if you expanded the core gameplay systems, added like I don't know, some kind of forging or crafting system to get some buildings to integrate with that, flesh out the whole dating sim aspect as well. Take your girlfriends on dates and stuff to different establishments. I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool ways you could expand the basic concept of Azure Dreams, and it's a shame that they never really followed up on this one with a proper sequel or even spiritual successor. A lot of cool things you could do with the monster mechanics here too. Fusion you could almost leave the way it is, precisely. It's a deep enough system in the original game already. So the question here is, where do we start to bring out Snowman? As a water type, he's going to be weak to, or as he's going to be strong against fire types. So I think we're going to want to try to get him up, try to solo up to floor 10, and then bring out the Snowman to get some level ups. This is a big floor. And we'll do the rest of the floor before we go for the exit. Can I manipulate him? Oh, I've done it. I've manipulated him into giving me high ground. That is next level tactics right there. Ugh. I wish I had more time to play video games, I really do. It's like I want to finish up this Azure Dreams run. I want to go back at... There's just all these old games I want to... It's like all these new games I want to try out. All of the old games that I want to take a second look at also. In particular, I wish I had more time to do some more Battle for Westnoth. I probably won't have time to play that one again before next week's podcast, but that's fine, because even with just the 2 campaigns that I've played through, and the handful of scenarios I've done off stream, I've got a lot to say about that game. I want to pick up Tales of Maj'Al at some point as well. I know that one's been relatively popular over on my YouTube channel, at least. There's not a big Tome community here on Twitch. Every time I see people stream Tome on Twitch, it's like to 1 to 4 viewers. But on YouTube, it seems to get a fair bit of traction. And it's just a fun game, and I've never actually done a proper full run of it here on stream. Most of my stream runs of Tome have ended relatively early. I think I've only had 1 or 2 go to the second continent. I actually don't even know if there's been any major content updates for Tome since the last time I played it. If there have been, I definitely will pick it up again. I think the next expansion was announced, but it's still a long ways off, and I can't remember what the theme of it was. Pita? Leva. Now that's something you don't see every day. 2... We're fine, we take 1 damage. 3 damage. It's fine. That looks pretty completed to me. I think we're about due for floor 10, or I think this is 9 coming up right here. I don't know what to say. I'm just flabbergasted that I actually know where I am for once. Now there's something you don't see every day. Hey there, Saturn Meteor. Glad to hear that someone's monster taming seems to be going alright. I haven't found a damn thing in this tower on this run so far. Not a single egg, or... Okay, I got a roach fruit. I can't complain. If I want an egg, I can get one if I really want it. Not happy about that. Yeah, so right, that game you're playing, Saturn, is an MMO, if I remember right. The closest experience I have to that type of game is with Langrisser Mobile, back when I was addicted to that for like the last couple months or so. So instead of monster collection, it's waifu collection. I mean, there's male characters in the game, but nobody really gives a shit about them, and it's mostly all about getting, like, new members on board of your fighting force. You can only have, I think, 5 characters in your party in a given battle, though. So it's mostly about training up your core group of 5 dudes. Some story battles, they'll set it up where it's like you just have a shit ton of cavalry, so you'll want to train up a second a second spearman to deal with all of that, so it's like it's handy to have some versatility with your team setup, because they'll do the story maps in a specific way to incentivize you to double up on certain classes and have a diverse roster of characters to choose from. They've got this new mechanic I unlocked right before I stopped playing. You've got what's called guild battles, where you do a special combat map where it's almost like tower defense, where you're just defending wave after wave of enemies. And the way that works is you have one specific hero who is, or not one, but a set of specific heroes who are the favored heroes for that map. You get, they get a bunch of bonus stats. And furthermore, you can do these guild maps as many times as you want on a given day, but you can only use each hero once per day. So it's really insidious the way they've got it set up, where it's like your core team of 5 or 6 dudes isn't going to cut it anymore. You're incentivized to not only have a wide range of heroes collected, but also to train them up and just use them over and over again in these guild battles to maximize your daily gains. Which felt kind of scummy to me. Where it's like, well, I don't want to use these smelly dudes in my party. I want to train up the waifus and have them be my core team. But the game strongly incentivizes you to train up everyone and be using all of your characters and be collecting new heroes constantly, and it kind of became a pain in the ass. It's part of what got me to stop playing that game. Something you said got me on that tangent, but I can't remember what it was, so we'll just leave it at that. So I gained nothing off of this floor because the frickin' clowns leveled me down all the time. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of monster taming, so one way I was thinking... So if I were to do, like, a modern-day spiritual successor to Azure Dreams... This is probably a bad idea, and it came into my mind because I've been playing so many strategy RPGs lately, but I was thinking like a roguelike monster taming strategy RPG hybrid. And that game actually kind of exists. There's a game called Ark the Lad on PlayStation. It's actually a series of 3 games. Monster taming wasn't a core mechanism of that game, but it was a thing you could do. You could, instead of having just human party members, you could tame a monster, train it up, and you could have a party full of monsters if that's your thing. And so I thought, what if we... And it's scaled nicely, too. I think you've got a maximum party size of 5 in the Ark the Lad games. So if you were to scale that down to like maybe 5 party members in a battle, that would be a good size for the kind of roguelike dungeon crawler type game I'm thinking of. Mix in the Azure Dreams fusion system. I think we want to do mixture magic here. It's all just a pipe dream. I don't have the talent or work ethic to actually build something like that myself, but I wish that I did. Oh, he's not getting full level ups off of this. This isn't even worth my time to try to level him up off this shit. I don't know, to be honest, I have been seriously, not super seriously, but I've been, we'll call it fantasizing about giving up streaming entirely and going into full-time game development working on some of the ideas I have for just different games I like to see. I probably wouldn't do that kind of Azure Dreams style monster taming strategy RPG as my first title. But it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Again, more fantasizing about it than seriously considering it. It's something you really have to devote your life to, though, if you really want to go into it. Like, I've still got a full-time job. It would probably take me 10... If I did decide, okay, I'm gonna work on the, that game that I just described to you. Like, frickin' 20 years, probably, it would take me to make it, if I kept at my full-time job in the meantime as well. Which I would probably have to quit, and I don't have any other funding source beyond that. Yeah, let's just use these loops up. Also, I don't really need 2 holy bells. That's kind of a panic button for a specific situation. Oh, also, I need a wind crystal eventually. That isn't it. I think I might just portal out with the next wind crystal I find. It's getting a bit silly how high. I've fully explored every floor. We are 10 floors up now. No wind crystals. 0. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking use this. I'll keep the fire crystal for now, but we'll dump it pretty quick if anything good comes along. Man, that's a big step up in monster difficulty once you get it to floor 10. Like, sure, it's noticeable before, but it's... We've never been able to solo the earlier floors anyways super effectively. It's only now that we're super buff that I realize, hey, we're going from taking 1 damage from the enemies to taking 7 all of a sudden. I can still solo it, mind you, but I kind of have to think about it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Saturn Meteor, none of that really has much meaning or context for me. What was the name of that game again? I should at least check out, like, videos or screenshots at some point, just to be able to get a better grasp of what type of game it is. Because it's all Greek to me at the moment. Repel was, I'll just stick that in a Google search window and I'll check that out after the stream, see if I can't find some... Check out some videos, get some better idea of what type of game this is. Well, it's like most video games, it's tough to describe in words what a video game is about. I realized that actually on yesterday's podcast when I spent like 12 minutes describing all the game systems in Iconoclasts. In retrospect, by the way, that's probably the single biggest thing I'm gonna try to do to save time on next week's podcast, is to spend a lot less time just on the descriptive part of the game. Like, go down to, at most, maximum 5 minutes just describing how the game works. That's a large part of why I think just text-based game reviews have no interest for me anymore. It is so much more just time efficient and gives you a clearer idea of what the game's about when you can see, when you get an accompanying video with a review. That's actually a big reason why I think having that video portion of the podcast is an important thing. Okay. Easy go, easy go. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, and we're gonna bring out Catchy here to share in our winnings. You know what? No. Yeah, he's asleep. There's no point wasting resources to take him out. Mind you, I guess HP is a resource, and we're kind of wasting that. Will we get more damage without the mixture magic? Pretty much. Our mixture magic is still pretty weak. I'll just eat that right now. Yeah, there's going to be griffins hanging around this floor. I think it'll be helpful to have Snowman out to help out with that. And here we go. How's this? How's it gonna be? That's pretty good. We can two-shot this guy. We take 10 damage in return. I can smack down like 5 or 6 griffins before we gotta heal up in a row. Because yeah, we're gonna be healing up in between each encounter too. See, that's what I was just talking about though. It doesn't matter what language they're speaking. I can just watch the video of the gameplay and get a much better idea. Like, let me put it to you this way. Given the option of getting a full description, like a full text description of what a game is and how it works and everything, versus just a no-context video with no explanation or narration, I would take the video every time. I think the video, raw video footage, gives you a better idea of what a game's about than even the most detailed word-based, just verbal description. I will, however, bookmark that video for later. I will say, just looking at the first part of the video here, like the opening, this is a pretty janky looking game, I gotta say. This repels. Like, it looks like World of Warcraft. Like old school World of Warcraft. Has this game been around since like the early WoW days? Is that why it looks so... looking like it comes out of the early WoW days? And that's all the items here. Yeah, I guess even though we're not getting, like, 5 levels per monster or anything, this is still reasonably efficient for leveling up our guy. And sadly, I think it's about to be over, because we're moving up to the Garuda floors right away here. I still don't have a fucking wind crystal! This is okay, there is a crystal of some kind over there. This is getting pretty scary because I didn't bring my best familiars with me. So at some point we're gonna get to the point in the tower where the monsters will be too strong and I is going to be perilous. Like, things will rapidly become more and more perilous as we reach round about floor 15, and then I just won't have the resources and the strength within me to have an easy time of it anymore. Yeah, I don't think anyone plays Pokemon for the graphics. I mean, hell, I don't play Azure Dreams for the graphics, certainly. Actually, a lot of modern Pokemon games have better graphics than Azure Dreams. It's about the concept. It's about the idea. The idea is present within the game. Yeah, personally, I think Azure Dreams has a much stronger core concept than any Pokemon game. It's like Pokemon plus town builder plus dating sim. I think we're pretty close to being able to one-shot these guys, which will be good times. Okay, this is getting precarious here. I know I said, oh, I'm good to take on 6 of these guys in a row. That's pretty much what's happening right here. That's scary. I don't think we can miss with the magic. Okay, there's the crystal. Water. Okay, I have found 3 water crystals and 2 fire crystals. How many wind crystals? Guess how many wind crystals I've found on this run so far. This many. That's not a wind crystal, that's a fire crystal, so that's 0. 0 fucking wind crystals on this run. We are so fucked. What is this, floor 12? 13 we're on now? Isn't Gosh like 50-50 to drop a wind crystal when you kill him too? Didn't even get that. Yeah, I don't know the monster's exact HP totals, but I think we're pretty close to being able to one-shot these guys. I mean, we haven't seen any squids yet since that first one, so we can be thankful for that. Could do some barong feeding while we're up here. I'm gonna dump the mirror shield. This isn't a money run anymore. We're fighting for our lives. Water's gonna be no good here, and I don't want to be surrounded by a kraken. This is stupid, but fire crystals are worthless anyways, so let's just use it. Maybe it'll do some damage, who knows. That was actually not bad. Kinda hoping he would go for the fucking kraken, but you know. It's like I said, yeah, fire crystals are worthless. Here we go. I like how it's still Aqua Blade, even though I'm using a staff. I don't have time for this chicken shit bullshit. Feels bad wasting an old lean fruit on this. I can think of it as having used it on the Kraken, since it's letting us dodge the Kraken. There's our crystal. We probably have to fight the Kraken, though. No, we don't. Not anymore. Don't have to fight the Kraken when we can fight the frog instead. He still zaps you, I love that. Oh god, we got zapped for quite a bit there. Yes! Yes! Okay, the run is secured. Now we can keep climbing and feel secure. We're basically just hunting for eggs at this point. I'm going to sweep every floor, and unless we find something that's an egg or better, we're just going to skip over everything. That looks really silly. Ooh, sand. Sand is good. I'm not going to bother inventorying that medicinal herb. Yeah, we're going to get him up to full HP, then we're going to feed it to him for that max HP. Good find. Yeah, so basically we're climbing the tower here to get buff and get monsters. Although since things also we need to free up inventory space, so I'm just gonna use some star glasses here. This looks like it's gonna be a big floor. Good call. It's always tricky using star glasses, because now I can't remember which rooms I've actually been to, and which ones I need to explore. Man, that mixture magic sure does slow down the flow of combat quite a bit. And if you think that's bad, you should see the GBA version where they they cut to a separate combat scene like 50% of the time when you fight monsters. It's kind of obnoxious. Did I say GBA? I meant Game Boy Color version of Azure Dreams. Do we use it to keep Kachi out, or do we use it for... He's still got plenty of mana, actually. I'm gonna bring up... Yeah, let's bring back Barong. Also, I've got another water crystal, too, so I guess I can get them both back on their feet. Garbage. There we go. We got like 3 red sands on this run. 3 red, 2 blue, I think. Absurd. I think we'll have just enough time to do this right. Yeah. Once again, I think we're just short of the one shot. Dicey. I'm going for it. Should not have gone for it. Do we have any way to make this easy for ourselves? We can always just water if he starts tanking too much damage. We've also got a medicinal herb. Yeah, we're fine here. Oops. Half tempted to keep that treasure loop just to speed up the next couple floors. I think that's worth keeping. In fact, we'll keep this thing going where we just use the medicinal herbs for more maximum HP. Actually, we'll get the best of both worlds. Here's how we'll do it. I'll pick this up, and if we wander around for long enough... Well, that didn't take long. Barong's sleeping anyways. We can leave those copper coins behind and move on. But yeah, I'm gonna walk around to try to get Snowman back to maximum health. And then once he's there, I'll feed this... Oh, I'm trapped! Oh, except he can't get down here. Yes, he can. Fuck. Okay, eat this, little buddy. You're gonna need it. Is there any way I can get rid of this without taking damage? So Snowman is about to be no man here. Because he's gonna die. Maybe I'm fine with that. Maybe we just win Crystal out after this. Actually, there's no point. I might as well water Crystal in to keep him out. Free up inventory space, too. And we lucked out. Shit, I'm almost to the... We're almost to the power level where I can solo Krakens. Still no eggs. Or one egg, but no eggs since then. I think our goal for the rest of the run, since we've kind of had a decent run of it, we got an egg, got a roche fruit, all that good stuff. I'm gonna see if I can't get Snowman to level 20 and get him to evolve. It's kind of a long trek. We'd have to keep this run going for quite some time to make it happen, but yeah, I've kept runs going for well past their expiry date before. It'll be a challenge. Remember way back when we were playing this game for challenge using that ridiculous rule set where I can't bring anything into the tower with me ever? Good times. Okay, the exit's gotta be around here somewhere. It's in one of these rooms. Oh no. Oh good, he got stuck. Seven to go. Actually, I can just use that. Okay, so the exit's got to be in one of these interior rooms. Like this one. This looks like bad times. But it's like there's good times on the other side. I can make use of that barong and these copper coins here. And the exit's right there. Just gotta get through all this other horse shit. Okay, if these guys surround me, I'm just gonna Holy Bell. That's a good start. That is a bad start on that guy. We're not going to win at this rate, so let's use up one of these Holy Bells. This guy thinks he's getting out this way, but he is not. Though it doesn't matter, because he is a clone. Hey there, Sand Knight. Actually, you know what? We can wear out this barong. Fuck. What's gonna wear off first? The blinder or the Holy Bell? Holy Bell lasts for quite a while. Also, it looks like the Minovas got bored watching me fumble around in the dark there. Do I want to keep that? I don't anticipate my familiars dying on this run. If anything, I'll go down before he will, so... It's like we gotta feed this guy with a long stick or something. This is a feral... barong. So that was hardly worth the effort. I can give this to him, though, and feed him something else. But first, we're gonna get these silver coins over here. Oops. Did not realize that he got an attack as soon as he wakes up. Again? What is this horse shit? Whatever, we will find some garbage to bring over to him and feed it to him. You know what that sound means. Okay. On the plus side, there's my copper coins. It happened! We can one-shot them now! Oh, that's glorious. Actually, I don't... Yeah, let's just let that guy move on. I'm not actually 100% sure I can, that I can solo a Minova at this stage. I'm doing alright. I tried out a game from my Steam backlog called Post-Tobari and the Night of the Curious Moon, and that was a pretty good time. I enjoyed it. Good to change things up a little while, every once in a while, just for a bit of variety. Although with that said, the same old familiar is also good, and that's what we're doing right now. As far as the runs, this is actually our first and only run this evening, isn't it? We have all of the bullshit you see before you. Roche root is pretty much the best thing we got here, plus this egg. This is 2 Minovas right here, isn't it? So what I really want is to know which one of these ones it is. Okay. Oh, really? That's impressive. By how much, exactly? Was I wrong? Can I not solo this guy? That seems pretty substantial. Was it just a lucky run, or are there any new secret strats that got unveiled or anything? Because that's the thing. That's the reason why any percent has never really appealed to me, because it just seems like a kind of an RNG fest as far as I'm concerned. Which, you know, that's the name of the game generally, but when you're getting competitive about it and going for world records, that's not the kind of thing I'm into. Wow, I think we've pretty much filled up this floor's monster quota on transformed Manovas. I think we can move on from here. A lucky Garuda? You mean like he had a Garuda familiar or a Garuda egg that he found? Is that considered a good familiar in any percent? No, you use Kuhn in an 8%, right? All the way to the top? I don't know the tricks well enough. Yeah, I suppose that's right. Yeah, you don't really run for world record. You just run for fun. And if you do that enough, eventually you'll get the world record. It's kind of inevitable. At least if you're sufficiently talented at the game, at least. Do I have any glasses or loops or anything? I got this. I was just about to use that. Oh, I didn't actually know that Garuda's teleport would work on you. I had always just assumed it was like when the Garuda enemy skill, where it only works on other monsters. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't get abducted by enemy Garudas. Yeah, that actually sounds really good. Hey! Good stuff, good stuff. I have never, ever seen 2 eggs on one floor in an Azure Dreams run, ever. So I think finding that egg means we can just move on from here. Oh, perspective trick. Ooh, is that a pita? Pita in a room with 3 coins. Ah, would have been a good time. Okay, even if that is a treasure loop, it's not useful anymore. What is New Game Plus considered to be? I don't know. This game doesn't have a traditional New Game Plus mode, right? So that's gotta be something I'm not familiar with. This is obnoxious. So is this, but I think we can get him before Garuda gets over here. Okay, so you say 5 items, so is New Game Plus then considered to be like the fastest tower run where you can take in any items you want? That would be an interesting category, I think, for this game. A lot of options there, yeah. Oh, hey, what do you know? I got it. Yeah, the monsters have to be in egg form is a good stipulation on that. That is a really interesting challenge. Yeah, there's a lot of ways just different ways you could approach that. I really like the idea of that quite a bit. Once again, we're in a room where the exit is right here. Are we diving for anything? I think we're just diving to get the fuck away from these pickets, because I don't have a good fire familiar to deal with them. I haven't seen a ton of activity here on Twitch lately, actually, on the Azure Dreams front, at least. A couple new players. But yeah, just casual players, and that's about it. Neither of them seem to have a ton of views at the time, either. Though, mind you, with that said, I haven't been watching a ton of Twitch lately myself, just because I've been fairly busy. I've mostly been, actually, most of my Twitch watching these days has been, like, late at night after I'm done my own stream. So, yeah. I think he might be fine on his own here. Oh, that guy's sleeping. Yeah, he's totally fine. Get him! Okay, fine. I'll get him. Holy shit, we can dunk on these wee dogs for some good XP. Although, yeah, everything else on this floor is kind of a pain in the ass, so maybe we want to speed through this one. But yeah, pretty much all my time lately has been spent, like, either I'm at work and I'm preparing materials for the podcast, or I've been streaming, or I've been doing IRL gaming between my weekly RPG sessions, board game sessions. I've got like 3 nights a week taken up by, yeah, IRL gaming, and 3 nights a week taken up by streaming. And then 1 night of podcast and GM prep. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the thing I've been doing lately. It's kind of a supplement to the Twitch stream, where it's a weekly kind of catch-up on all the games I've been playing on Twitch lately, where I just kind of give you my opinions on the stuff I've been playing lately in a nice condensed format. Yeah, tell you what I'm playing lately, what games I'm going to be playing that week in the stream, and then also a weekly featured game, where I kind of dive into a game and talk about it in a fair bit of depth and do some critique and commentary and that kind of thing. Last week we covered the entire Shining Force series. It took me like 2.5 hours, and I decided no more 2-hour podcasts. We're gonna keep it down to an hour or less from now on. And then this week we covered Iconoclasts, and that also took like an hour and a half, but we're getting better. We're getting closer to that 1 hour sweet spot that I'm aiming for. I can't recommend it too strongly. I don't think I'm very good at podcasting just yet, but we're getting there. The second episode's certainly a lot better than the first one, and that's kind of the idea. Just to get better at opining on topics of interest and that kind of thing. I think I've actually seen your podcast a couple times, actually, right? It's actually Azure Dreams related, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least the ones that I saw were related to that Rock Me to the Top tournament that you ran a while back. This might have been a bad idea. There we go. He's getting up there in levels. Catching up, that was it, yes. Oh, okay, yeah, I was familiar with that, now that you mention it too. Yes, I've seen both of those. I don't think I've actually watched an episode of catching up, but I remember seeing the series on your YouTube channel. Yes. Actually, let's just sit here and wait for him to come to us. You have, I think, interviews with speedrunners, if I remember the format of that one. More of this nonsense. Oh yeah, that's right, we didn't start in the exit room on this one. I actually have to find my... Do I have an exit loop? Should have used it. I'll check out... You know, we've explored enough of the room already that I don't think it's worth... using the exit loop just yet. Okay, I actually wasn't familiar with that that second part. That is pretty interesting. That actually sounds like the sort of thing I would be interested in as background listening while I'm at work. Honestly, most of my Twitch... I haven't been doing it much lately, but typically a lot of my Twitch viewing gets done, and podcast listening in general gets done at work these days when I'm scribbling notes down for my own podcast. So that's super fucking obnoxious. Guess we just tank the hit. I should not have done that. Yeah, we'll just tank the hit. So this run certainly lasted longer than I thought it would. Not sure if there's much productive... We're basically just hunting for eggs and sand at this point. Yeah, like, keeping things concise is the part I'm really struggling with at this point. Do you do a lot of editing with your podcasts? That was the thing, is I managed to, going through the audio recording, I managed to edit out like 20 full minutes of just silence and stuttering from my Shining Force podcast a couple weeks ago. We're fine, we can get this guy. This is getting a bit perilous. We're at, yeah, floor 15 now. I said this is the point where it gets perilous, and we got so much good stuff in our inventory now. We might just want to exit out consistent. No! Get him. Okay, thank Christ. Should be able to solo this guy. Okay. You know, I think magic is, yeah, better here. So yeah, as I was saying, I think I was even saying it before the paralysis trap, is I might just consistently exit out of the tower once we get to like the 15 to 20-ish range until we buff ourselves up to the point where I can comfortably solo this stuff. Because we got a lot of good stuff in the inventory. And I'm kind of committed to the whole hardcore running thing where I'm not going to reload if I die and lose everything. There we go, that's handy. I haven't even started using these balls yet. Yeah, let's start using the spell balls. I'm going to stick to the original plan. And we are going to try and stick in here until we get Snowman to level 20. Exit loop isn't super valuable if that's our goal, so I'm just going to ditch this. Or wait, which one's Leva? I think it's one of the bad ones. I don't actually remember what Leva is. I just kind of have it mentally blocked out of, just mentally categorized in my mind as one of the useless ones. Yeah, I guess that's the tricky thing, is I do a solo podcast, which is a bit of a rarity. I actually don't think I've seen another one out there in the gaming space. Or I've seen a couple people on Twitch, actually, who do the same kind of thing I do, where the podcast is more of just an excuse to get to chat with their listeners and give a weekly recap of their streams and such. So there's a couple people who do it that way. Oops. Fuck. I certainly like the idea as well, but it needs a lot of practice, is the main issue I'm finding right now. He'll tank one hit just fine. I will tank one hit just fine. Oops. Well, that was lucky. So he's not gonna get leveled up at this point, at this rate. It's just gonna fucking die. I do have a restore scroll, don't I? Yeah, so we're kind of fine for that. In fact, he's about to run out of MP, so I might... Or I used up my water crystal, didn't I, to survive an earlier encounter. Ooh, it's getting late. I'm actually gonna have to end... I might have to end this stream before the run ends, just because it's getting late and I might not... I want to get supper here before I'm done, or before all the places around town here close. Yeah, for me, I found a lot of it, apart from just speaking practice, is just organization. Because, yeah, doing the whole entire Shining Force series in one podcast was just a stupid idea in the first place. I had enough material for, like, 5 different podcasts, because it's 5 different games that I played. And so trying to cram it all into, like, a 90-minute to 2-hour podcast was just a stupid idea. So we're trying to keep the scope a bit more constrained these days. Is he fine? I think we'll be fine. Nope. So there's my restore scroll gone. He should die in 1 hit. I don't have the HP totals of the enemies memorized yet, but I feel like I'm getting a better sense of when enemies are about to die. At least in the floor 15 to 20 range. Ah, he's so close there. Just a few more kills and we'll have it. Although I don't actually have anything to recover his MP. Maybe that's what we'll do. I'll just sit here and kill stuff until he runs out of MP. Oh, what is this? Ah, that is pretty neat. Oh, it's got little icons and everything too. That's handy. I'm gonna bookmark that. Thank you. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of exploration, but yeah, mainly I'm going to be flame balling unicorns for XP. Okay, we're kind of beyond the point where I can really effectively get levels on this guy. Actually, it takes quite a few kills to level him up. There might just be nothing else productive we can do on this run, and I'm kind of okay with that. Also, I'm using up all of his MP on fucking Pullen Puzz. Did the high floor, like the new breed of Pullen Puzz, give extra XP? I haven't been paying attention. I would assume not. I mean, maybe a bit more, but they're probably not profitable to farm. Do we have any good farmable fire monsters coming up? We don't. We have a bunch of bullshit blocks and zoos that are going to paralyze me and make life miserable. So I should probably just abandon my idea of getting this guy to level 20 on this run and just wind crystal out. PETA! Copper coins. Okay, let's see if we can't milk just a little bit more barongi goodness out of this run. Hello. All the good sands on this run. Although I kind of do want the white sand still. So I can get that flame ball up to 10 charges. Experiment with that a little bit. I think I actually want to hold on to this just for emergencies. I'm not going to need 2 holy scrolls. Maybe I will. Water ball's useless. Is that another PETA? Of sorts. Although I think if he's asleep, it'll actually restore his MP. Nope. Oh well. So much for that. Oh, you know what? No, having, zoos and blocks will be great for us, because I've got so many fireballs right now. Yeah, we can just massacre them, and it'll be great. If I can actually find the exit and get up to the block floors. You know what? Let's just put him back in the bag. We'll save his MP for when we're gonna actually get those kills. Where is my exit? Can't. Okay, that's pretty funny. That might be the funniest thing that's happened on this run so far. I was deliberately keeping those guys alive because I like having the Pullen Puzz fill in monster slots on the floor. You just get like 12 Pullen Puzz running around and then nothing else can spawn. It's great. Gonna give this up just for the extra bit of money from the Troll Hammer. That other fireball has been used a few times, so we're gonna use the one that I know has charges. What do you know? It's the last fucking room that I checked. I'm actually gonna bring them out just in case there's monsters on the next floor. What is this, like floor 17? Or no, 23, yeah. It's on the wrong multiple of 5. Can frogs use glasses? They can't use the menu at all. I think he's on, I didn't see, but I think he's on 1 MP, which is not great for us. It's a big floor, which is also not great for us. What am I doing? If I let this run go on for like another 20 minutes, I can't eat. I don't know what it is, I just can't let stuff go once I get it started. I have difficulty starting things, but once I get them started, I can't let it go. Oh, he's still on 4 MP. I guess just walking around doesn't really drain MP that quickly. Oops. I hope this kills him. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Almost there. This is just the run of sand. I went like I think like 2 previous runs finding no sand. Not getting this far in the tower, mind you, but still. This is the most sand I've seen in a long time. I mean, we live in a desert, obviously. We see sand all the time everywhere, but you know what I mean. The special colorful sand. I don't have a good answer to water monsters. Just gonna Gyropita this fucker, maybe. Oops, I didn't want Aqua Blade. I don't think... You know what? No, he's still gonna get MP. Or he's still gonna get XP, even if he's out of MP. I think that's how it works. So yeah, we can just bring him out when we need to kill something, and he'll still level up and evolve and all that good stuff. One more of those. If we go up 1 floor, we'll be more likely to see another one. You know, I'm not even going to bring them out. These guys aren't worth that much anymore. Knew it. You know, every little bit helps. We've actually given him quite a few medicinal herbs this run too. I think we fed him like 4 or 5 times, just for the max HP plus. Or I should at least check the shield. We've got an inventory slot. Worthless. Hey! So yeah, that's one way to level up a familiar. We can find that monster train again, lure him into a nice big room like this one. And we're off to the races. Maybe I should just sit here until they show up. We'll at least explore the rest of the floor for items. Oh, looks like they got separated. Or maybe this is another train. Do I have glasses or anything? Yeah, let's use this. Looks like we're just about done exploring for items. I think Zoo is higher level than Block. I guess we'll find out in a second. So if he's considered tougher than Blocks, then this should level me up. Not quite. There's the big fella. Here we go. What we're up to? That is pretty badass looking. Holy shit. He leveled up in more ways than one. He's like a tyrant with legs. Not with any more MP, though. I was hoping he'd get a MP recovery, but... I mean, the exit's right here. No reason not to take it. Oh, this is such a good run. I feel like we could go all the way if we kept it going. Money Wand is worth money, and I think we'll just leave it at that. But there could be an egg on this floor. We'll explore the floor and just make sure that there's no egg. I actually don't know, just in terms of game mechanics, what evolution actually gets you, other than making the monster look different. Like, it doesn't seem to have any better stats than the last time he fought a Picket. He doesn't have any new magic. I don't think any of the evolved forms learn any new passives. This is how it ends. Not with a whimper. Actually, not with a bang, but with a whimper. Okay, let's fuck off. Let's get the fuck out of here. We were tempting fate there. Okay, that was a fun run. Fun end to the run right there. So how much money did we make? Keeping trained, keeping diamond, keeping flame, and sell probably all this other garbage. Lar is potentially useful. Roche we keep. U-boat. Hey, there's Arachne. I think we have one of those already, but we'll see. If we have them already, we can just sell them later. Or even if we have Arachne, we can use them as fusion fodder. Get them to double up on some other monster. Oh, Arachne with a killer? That could be fun. Arachne killer fusion. That'll be for the next episode, though. And by episode, I mean stream. So stuck on this whole podcast thing that I've started referring to my streams as episodes, apparently. Or I guess I call them episodes on YouTube, also. Who's it gonna be this time? Oh, is this the first time we've seen Vivian? Or had her wake us up? Just about ready for a Monster Hut expansion. Yeah, we got Arachne already. Also, we're not nearly as ready for a Monster Hut expansion as I had thought. Is this actually our first? No, we got U-boat. Yeah, I feel like having monsters available for fusion is more valuable than just the 5,000 or 6,000 gold that they're worth. So yeah, I don't think I want to sell these guys. We'll fuse them. Especially Arachne. Hey there, Everly man. You're just in time to post the final, like, 2 minutes of the stream. But thank you anyways, I do appreciate it. Is it just me, or is that guy a darker blue than the other one? No, it's just me. That's just what hatched U-boats look like. So Lar and Roche can go in the vault. Everything else comes with us for the next run. Oh, really? That's surprising. It really is a classic. This is maybe one of my favorite games. I don't know. I say that about a lot of games. There's just so many great games out there from my youth and whatnot. This is one of those games from my youth, though, where it's like, it's still, to this day, the more I play it, the more I like it. Learning new things all the time about it, even after all these years. It's kind of a Mystery Dungeon style game, if you know the Mystery Dungeon series, but with some elements of monster raising and town building and like dating sim aspects where you woo some girlfriends and win them over. This is our harem right here, cleaning my house at the moment. I don't know about you, but I was in high school when this game came out, or maybe a bit before that. I would have been like, I want to say 13 or 14 years old. So yeah, around high school times, or just before. Because yeah, this game I think came out in like the 1998, I want to say. But I didn't play it until a couple years after that. So yeah, I would have been actually probably more like 12, yeah. We can actually just head back to the title screen right now and check that out just to verify. Yeah, so that wasn't a very profitable run in terms of money, but we got lots of other good stuff. I think there's a soft reset in this game. Konami games at the time tended to have a way to reset the game if you hold down all the buttons. I guess not, but we can just do it with the emulator. Oh yeah. I'm interested in Odyssey for sure, but I'm probably never going to buy a Switch, so that's one I'll just have to experience vicariously through various Twitch streamers. That's honestly where I'm at with most Nintendo properties these days. Never going to buy another Nintendo console, probably. Can't justify the expense, so I'll just watch other people play them. Okay, looks like 1997 on this one. And that's going to be the stream. I've got to get down to the pizza place before they close so I can have food for today. Thank you all for watching. I may or may not do a stream tomorrow evening. I guess that'll depend on how quickly I can edit the podcast, which I'm hoping will be up on Podomatic for the audio download sometime tomorrow evening. And the YouTube VOD of the podcast is live now, if you want to go check that out on the YouTube channel. And yeah, we're going to have another podcast this Thursday at noon sharp Central Standard Time. It is going to be covering Battle for Westnoth. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.